Good afternoon and welcome to your weekly kick in the butt. I wanted to bring you some more lead generation ideas for sellers because that's what winners work is sellers. The more leads, the more presentations, the more listings, and inventory, the more buyer inquiries, the more sales, and the larger database. And that's what we mean by getting larger bang for your exertion of energy and time. So that's what we teach here. That's what we do. Obviously, you can take this information and blog about it and put it on social media, which is what all the trainers are teaching. But I'm sure you know by now that's a minor lead generator compared to actually getting on the phone and calling somebody. And you're going to have to do it. This is a sales business, and you're going to have to actually talk to people. So when you talk to people, it makes it much easier to talk to people in a good demographic, a demographic proven to want to actually list, and presenting value to them. Let me give you an example. This is my letter book. Page 160 is these are the CDs that these are all on. This is my divorce letter. Now, as you know, when somebody goes through a divorce, they usually sign a quitclaim deed or a grant deed, but they don't take the vacating spouse's name off the underlying loan documents. That a novation is required for that. A bank approval is required for that, and that just doesn't happen. So basically, you have a spouse moving out of the house, and they're subject to the paying habits of the remaining spouse, and obviously the remaining spouse has control over the credit rating also because of his or her on-time or not so on-time payments. So a perfect demographic are people who have been announced in the county records as getting a divorce. Now, getting these records is easy in some counties and not so easy in other counties. Get the records. We do that once a week. We went ahead and sent the letters because calling behind the letter is always easier. And we call both spouses and both attorneys. Here's what the letter says. So in my effort to benefit a wider range of clientele, and this could be an email too, I've taken the liberty of examining public records that have been filed in regard to all divorces in your area. Or obviously in your area, you might want to put your town. I'm very sorry to see that you're faced with this particular issue in your life. I'm writing because I understand the many challenges resulting from a divorce, especially those that entail the disposition of real estate. To help you through this confusing process, I wanted to tell you about the 6 major issues divorcing couples rarely know about or consider when they are dividing their real estate. Number 1, do you know that if you pass title to your spouse by way of a quitclaim deed or grant deed, that it only affects the actual title of the property and does not transfer who is responsible for the underlying loan? Number 2, did you know that if you change title by a quitclaim deed or even a grant deed or warranty deed, both parties who originally signed the loan are still liable for the repayment of that loan? And it goes on to explain that. Number 3, did you know that if you refinance your property, the person who is leaving the property will be removed from the title and the current mortgage obligation of the same transaction? Refinancing allows the party who is leaving to be completely freed, and not only the real estate, but also of the responsibility for the loan. Number 4, if you're to refinance the property, it could enable the spouse who stays in the property to stay in the property to pay off the existing loan and receive their equity. I can help you with this. Number 5, sometimes I can attain a lower interest rate with what you have currently, thus allowing all the above benefits with a lower payment benefit. Number 6, loan costs are deductible. And then it goes on to say how I can actually help introduce you to a lender that's an expert in refinancing. Now, what we're looking for then is once we offer that service, if they can't qualify for a refinance, you've already given them the bad news. You already have a relationship. Guess what happens? They can't refi and they don't want to sell, leaving both parties responsible for the loan. The only option at that point is a listing presentation, and you're going to be front and center offering the most value to make that happen. Just another idea of what my superstar agents do. We teach the top agents in the country, and we'd like to add you to that either by getting our products or having me out for a seminar or joining our coaching team. So thank you very much for your time. Walter Sanford, and you can reach and see all of our services at www.waltersanford.com. Thank you very much.